Navigate with clarity, decoding the placement journey. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from Lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is demystifying the placement journey. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Dr. Harpal Thetti, Professor and Senior Director, Division of Career Services, LPU, a distinguished educationist and a Senior Director of the Division of Career Services at LPU. With 101 most fabulous training and development leaders in 2020 and top 10 global placements officers achievers award. Dr. Thetti is a beacon in the field of HR and education. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any question you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. And now I hand over the things to Dr. Harpal Thetti, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from him. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this introduction. It's a great honor and opportunity for me to talk to the leaders who are listening to me from various parts of this country. It's an invite from the vibrant campus of LPU, lush green campus of LPU, to start your journey of making careers with us. We have done this with host of students who have graduated from this great institute earlier. I'm going to put that saga in front of you, and then I'm going to put an invite to each one of you, if at all you want to start this journey. We are very much excited to start this journey yet again with all of you. So with this, let me start my deck. This is going to be a small deck of about 20-25 minutes, and then towards the end of it, I'm going to take questions. So let's start the presentation, and give me a answer when you are able to see my screen. Yeah, so as the topic says, we are trying to demystify the placement journey. Please do understand that why we have written this word as journey. Understand that making a great career for yourself is not like doing a small 100-meter sprint. It is basically like doing a marathon. There'll be various ups and downs in this entire journey. All you have to do as a great learner resource is that keep coming back with double the energy, and keep using our expertise in this field, and I'm sure that you'll be able to make a great career for yourself. The entire deck will look something like this. I am going to talk about the impactful journey of curating careers for students at LPU. Then I'm going to give you a glimpse of our growth partners. Simply meaning these growth partners are the hiring partners with us. They have been hiring our students who are graduating from various schools from university. And then the last part of it is where I'll spend the maximum time, where I'm going to talk about how do we prepare our students, because getting a company is one thing, but then getting a conversion in that company is the most critical thing. So how do we prepare our students? And for your FYI, we call all our students to be as Vertos. We want all of them to be as change agents. And that's how we train their mind, and we train their technical inputs as that they become great resources for the companies where they're going to talk and work subsequently. So in a academic year, we do close to about 2,000 recruiters, which means that we invite close to about 2,000 recruiters to come and see our students and see if there is a match of thoughts in between what they are offering and what our students are making in terms of their career. So 2,000 companies simply divided by 365. So you can then come to a figure close to about 4.55 companies every day. So that is what we do. Half of it will give you an ROI of at least a CTC of 5 lakh rupees. 350 out of these recruiters will be the recruiters who go to IITs, IIMs, and other NITs and other marquee institutes in the country, and will offer the same kind of role and will offer the same kind of packages to the students who are graduating from LPU as well. One fact which is very close to all of us here at LPU is how we have built up this entire internship program. So the highest internship program stipend is about 1.6 lakh rupees. I'm sure that most of you understand what do you mean by Fortune 500 companies. So we have got close to about 5,500 offers from the current graduating batch, which we have done with these Fortune 500 companies. I'm massively proud of this wall. So this is basically a wall of fame where we put all the logos of all the companies who are working along with us. I will not be able to show you the entire 2,000 plus recruiters, but then I'm going to invite you to pay a visit to our homepage, which is lpu.in. Click on the placement tab and see for yourself as to what kind of companies, what kind of roles, what kind of geographies, what kind of CTCs our students have been getting. There will be a drop-down box where you can actually drop down and see for yourself as to what kind of companies are coming from computer science, what kind of companies are coming from EC, what kind of companies are coming for MBA, BBA, law, Everything is very well written there. And I'm massively proud of all the logos which are here. You can see a Google, you can see Microsoft, you can see Adobe, you can see Amazon here. As an FYI, we have already done Amazon this year for the batch of students who are going to graduate in 2025. You can see VMware, you can see Xperi, you can see DP World, you can see Samsung, you can see Zoom, the very platform where we are actually doing this conversation today. You can see Philips, you can see Palo Alto, you can see ServiceNow, you can see JTP. So these are huge companies, and every company, every logo which we have put here has got a story behind it, and how we have built up the story with getting the JD, with understanding the JD, with giving this understanding to our teaching learning fraternity inside us that they can train our students aptly. The idea is that we want our students to understand that jobs are not limited only in India. So that is what we are trying to do and give this as an input to our students, saying that, hey, don't look India as a geography itself, though India will do a lot of meaningful work in times ahead. We are already doing it. But then subsequently, if somebody wants to do some international kind of offering as well, so we are okay with that. You can see a Uniqlo here. So Uniqlo basically is a Japanese company, and they're trying to set their foot in India. And I'm really proud to share that we have got 2 selects this year for Uniqlo as well, where they have visited various IMs, and after doing that, they have actually visited us, and we have got 2 selections here. As you see, these are huge logos, and all these logos have invites and invite from my side. Since I'm pay a visit to our homepage, which is lpu.in, and then try and look at for the placements page, and that is where you'll see a lot of stories. Yasir. So let me tell you the story of Yasir. So Yasir is a 2018 graduate. So he graduated from the very place, and then we deputed him for 1 year internship in this great company called as TiVo. So TiVo was just sitting in India at that point in time. So it's a US company, and they were setting up their entire workforce in India, and that is how he started doing internship with them. And then subsequently, he got an FT offer from them. And about 6 months after working as an FT full-time employee, he got an offer from Zoom. And during 2020, he shifted to Germany and then started working from Zoom there. As I speak to you, he has shifted now to Mercedes-Benz, because I did a small story with him. So he said that he was always fascinated by cars, and since he was in Germany, what better than working with Mercedes-Benz? So today he works with Mercedes-Benz. You can actually find him in LinkedIn as well. Pawan is working in US and is getting a package of about 1 crore right now. Hare Kishan Mehto is our student who graduated from the very place and now is working with Google, and is also doing a side hustle for himself. Arjun was picked up by this great company called as Eightfold AI at a package of 62.72 lakh rupees. And then we have got so many other stories. Now let me give you a small glimpse of all these stories. So you'll see some marquee names. I'm putting all the faces also, such that you can actually find them on LinkedIn and then actually talk with them as well as to what and how we have prepared them and how we have made them worthy towards getting these kind of opportunities. So you can see two of our students, one from EC, the other one from robotics and automation, a sub branch of EC, where they've got package of about 12 lakh rupees. Ujwal is this year graduate. I think he is also in this conversation today. So he's from computer science, and he has been picked up by this great company called a Service now at a great package of 42.75 lakh rupees. JTP is basically Japan third party, so they will actually work with a lot of companies in Japan. And I'm very happy to share that Rahul, who is a BCA graduate from our place, has got a package of 24 lakh rupees. I'm writing 24 lakh rupees, but then with perks and everything, it becomes about 29 lakh rupees. You can and then I'm massively proud of Yashashvi. So let me tell you her story as well. So she was picked up by Samsung R&D to do an internship for 6 months, and then subsequently she was picked up by Morgan Stanley, and subsequently she got an offer. She's going to graduate this summer, and she's got an offer of 52.08 lakh rupees with Microsoft. So I was talking about the companies going to IITs and IMs and offering the same kind of roles and same kind of packages. Yashashvi is a great example here, which means that if a Microsoft goes to any of the IITs, be it Marquee or the new one, they'll offer the same kind of role and the same kind of packages. So there is no differentiation of a benchmarking institute. So I'm massively proud of this story, and I'm happy that we are able to make this story. RT camp, and then you can see two of our students, both of them from computer science, picked up at a package of about 12 lakh rupees. Then you can see Trident yet again, but then they are from MBA, because I wanted to showcase that we are getting companies for other schools as well. So 18 lakh rupees as a fresher, it's a great ROI for the MBA folks. Again at Trident, but then see this BCom LLB. So this is from BCom LLB, and she's getting a 12 lakh rupees package as a fresher as well. This is IBM, because we wanted to talk about great companies giving great roles to our students. So this is how she has been picked up for the R&D role at IBM at a package of 12.25 lakh rupees. BNY Mellon, and you can see a host of our students who actually cracked this. Some from MBA, and then some from specialization in MBA, like business analytics or international business and all that. So they have offered a package of about 10.02 LP. I'm taking all the recent stories because you'll be able to relate to it, and you can also follow all our social handles. So you can look at us, what kind of stories we are putting in Instagram, what kind of stories we are putting in LinkedIn, what kind of stories we are putting in other platforms as well, so that you can then do a POC for yourself and then talk to these students. That is what I want. You should actually talk to these students and understand what kind of opportunity we have bought for them and how we have actually trained them up as well. What fix and you can see MBA at a package of about 11 lakh rupees. Credit point for computer science, you can and with a specialization now in data. So with data science, AI and ML, you can see a package of about 16.60 lakh rupees. Massively happy about this package. So Autodesk and BR a student. I mean, this is unheard in this country. So a fresher from a architecture background, getting a package of 31.6 lakh rupees is mammoth. Is mammoth. Then we also do international placements. So the way international placements happen in LPO is that we've got student representation from about 50 countries of the world. So we do international placement for international students, and we do international placement for Indian students as well. So that's how we'll do a lot of international internships and placements. So you can see from BARC, he's doing an internship. This is on-site go at a 12.28 package, as again from computer science. Again, massively happy about sharing this great data with you as well. Now, see mechanical. So from mechanical, a package of 54.90 lakh rupees is mammoth. Um, yeah, you can. I'm sharing the name of the students as well, so you can actually go ahead and talk with the student on LinkedIn as well, and do a POC for yourself. Again, an international internship now from BIAC, and you can see that Arvind is actually doing this internship at Italy. Uh, that apart, we do a lot of services as well. So you can see a lot of services companies do also hit the campuses, and they will hire students from all the branches. So you can see almost all of them hiring with us. You can see Away ProCap, Gemini, LTI Mindtree. Now it's a joint entity now. You can see Cognizant, you can see High Radius. So they are basically into fintech and finance. You can see Accenture, you can see DXC Technology. So we have been doing great numbers year on year. And what sets us apart from other institutes is that unlike any other thing, the same kind of companies will also offer a differential package to our students. I forget to put TCS here. So TCS actually has handpicked very few institutes and colleges in the country this year. They've gone to a handful of them, and we are one among few of them. The packages which has been offered to our students are phenomenal. Close to about 30% of the offer are in the higher range of between 7.5 lakh rupees to about 11 lakh rupees. That is what we have done with TCS this year. So massively happy and proud of sharing this data as well. We don't stop there. We keep on working with our alum because you may be out of LPU in 2 years, 3 years, or 4 year course, whatever you are doing, but LPU is going to stay in your life for a couple of years, and then will play a pivotal importance in whenever you are going to switch any of the companies. No, there'll be basically a tap down to us saying that, hey, this has been your student, how he or she has been doing in the classes, how he or she was deputed in this company. Do you find them doing meaningful job or not, and should we offer these kind of roles to the students or not? So these kind of conversations always happen in the background which students don't know. So we are very proud of sharing some of our alums, a lot of our alums who are working in package of close to about 1 to 3 crores band. Now, that is one part of the story. I mean, getting a company, getting a role, getting a Indian role, getting an international role. But then the more critical part is how actually you train your students, no? Because we feel that every student is special, and every student has to be, and every student has the capacity and capability to learn in a different way, to consume information in a different way. So that's how we have been very conscious of the fact that every student is critical to us, and then we have been doing a lot of curated input to all our students. So this basically is a straight lift from McKinsey. So they do write a lot of white papers. So this white paper struck me, and I thought that I have to build up a small story around this. So there are six mindsets set for a problem solving capability of a resource. Now, please do understand that whenever you are going to debut in any of the companies, you'll be called as a resource. So if at all you understand as to how you take out a problem, put a resolve to it, and take down that resolve to the larger teams, that's how people will call you problem solvers. So basically, all these marquee companies are looking for problem solvers. So for that to happen, you need to be very, very curious. You need to be staying in the present, which means that, and let me give you an example. What we have been very cautiously doing is that we have been making our curriculum very, very meaningful, very, very rapidly, which means that you cannot ask a student to solve a problem of today by using a pedagogy of yesterday and by using a curriculum of yesterday, and also foresee what the future will like for all of us, because we all strongly feel at LPU that it's you, people like you, the learners like you, the students like you, who will actually define what the future will look like. So we have to use a pedagogy, a tool, a curriculum, problem statement kind of a thought process, which is very, very recent, such that no, we then help you with this growth mindset. So we invite all our students to be really, really curious. One thing which we have given to all our students is to stay humble. And I'm really, really proud of what we have done with all our students. And I can vouch for the last students standing and graduating out of LPU that our students are really, really humble. So one of the pitch which I always do to corporates is that you will find our students to be humble and ready to accept more new things, because no, you have to accept being a lifelong learner. You cannot say that you have learned a technology A and then I'm going to use the technology A for 10 years to come. Won't happen, because there are two things which you need to be cognizant of. A, there is something called to be as, for any technology, there's something called to be as time to market and time to market. So time to market is the time which the technology will take to graduate itself to be a meaningful gainer across in the industry. And then time in market. So these are two things which you need to be very, very careful of whenever you are trying to put up new learnings. You need to be very cognizant that the technology is going to change very, very, very rapidly. So all you have to accept is that you have to be a lifelong learner. I always invite all my students to take a dragonfly view, which means that you have to take a 360 view. You should not look at a problem statement as a snippet of a problem statement. You should look at a problem statement in the totality and then see as to where you can fit in and how your small idea can change the entire game. So that's how you have to be very involved in all the conversations which are happening. Please do understand that you'll have to experiment to create your own ideas. That's very, very critical, because no, your ideas are unique, and that's how you are unique as a resource. So you have to be keep on experimenting on these ideas. Understand that all of us are more intelligent than any one of us, so you'll have to be cognizant of the fact that you'll be working in teams. And this digital world has actually helped you in making a colleague which will be working in a different time zone, coming from a different country altogether. So you'll have to actually be very cognizant of the fact that as to how a culture comes up in that country or that region. So you have to be conversant of that as well. And I have been telling all our students that whenever there is an opportunity to show and tell, please do that. Which means that whenever there is a POC which you can bring to a resume, if you can bring to a conversation, nothing like it, because no, then the conversation starts from there and then it takes you to a different level altogether. So whenever there is a possibility, please do a show and tell. uh, Staying here as to what we have been doing with our students. So we've got a complete finishing school. So we call this finishing school to be as a professional enhancement school. So basically, they start working with all our students right from the first year of your induction, where they will benchmark you in terms of your soft skills, where they will benchmark you in terms of your usage of English. Not that English is a rocket science. The only thing is that a lot of companies across the globe will actually converse in English. That's how it's very critical. um, Please don't pardon me if you are understanding that English is soft skills. It's not. is just a subset. But then that's how we benchmark our students right in the first year itself, and then we'll give you a curated pathway for all of you. And at LPU, the way we are a little unique is that we'll give you 6 pathways to work with, which means that if at all you want to do entrepreneurship, we'll train you that way. If at all you want to do higher education, we'll train you that way. If at all you want to do a startup, we'll help you do pitches in that way. And if at all you're looking for doing government jobs, we'll prepare you that way. And that brings me to the last thing. If you want to do MNC jobs, we'll prepare you that way. So that's how we'll do a lot of third-party assessments so that we can benchmark our students and then understand where the students are standing. Because no, there are times ahead where companies will stop asking for resumes. All they will ask from us is your digital footprint. And when digital footprint comes in, there is this word which Gartner has come up with. It is called as Internet of Behavior. This is going to be very, very critical, which means that they will take input as to what you have been doing in your social handles, what kind of information you are taking in, how you're consuming that information, how you're putting that information into use. So all these kind of things will be in front of an interviewer even before you sit for the interview. So we have to be very, very cognizant of that fact. So we do a lot of third party assessments. We do unlock a lot of practice platforms where a student can actual practice, because the more you practice, you'll do better in the D-Day. We invite the best of the resources in India worldwide, so that they can actually talk about what growth means for them, how they started their journey in terms of guest lectures. So think of doing a chai pe charcha with all these leaders. We do a lot of workshops. So these workshops are opportunities for you. As I speak, we just did a small hackathon with SAP just yesterday itself. So we do a lot of workshops where you can actually bring all your holistic learning and then um, vouch for being a meaningful resource for the company. So we do all these kind of opportunities as well, and we help our students crack a lot of industry competitive events, because no, with this digital world, the advantage now is that our talent can come from just about anywhere, and we want all our students to be cognizant of the fact that talent can come from just about everywhere. For that to happen, there are meaningful opportunities which are there, and we want all of you to crack that. I can give you the example of a student of mine named Roopshri. So she cracked Intuit at a package of about 43 lakh rupees, and she did that en route event. So we have to be very, very cognizant of the fact that what kind of opportunities these companies are giving to get this meaningful kind of roles. So we do encourage all our students to participate, and we do bring in all these kind of opportunities as well, so that students can showcase as to what they have learned inside the classes. uh, we are very fast to do this gap analysis, because no, I just said a couple of minutes back that you cannot use the tools and the pedagogy of yesterday and then be meaningful today and also foresee future, because as a leader you're expected to foresee future as well, because you are the guys who will take us to the future. So we'll do a lot of gap assessment as well. When we do gap assessment, we do give a lot of training also to the students. These trainings can be on immediate basis, just in time kind of a thing, or a longish period as well. Company specific inputs are always given to students, which means that we run a series which is called as Know Your Company. So Know Your Company will actually talk about what the company brings in terms of roles, where the company is originated from, what kind of roles they are doing, which global locations they are working in, which BU teams are hiring for you. BU means a business unit. So which business unit is basically hiring for the current role? How you can make a career for yourself by just getting inducted in that company. So all these kind of informations are given to the students. Then, as I said, we do a just-in-time kind of a hiring as well, training as well. We do a long-range training as well. Most of these trainings, you will see some of them to be as credited, some of them to be as non-credited, because we don't want that classes should end at 5 o'clock, though, or 6 o'clock. Though the classes will end at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, we want all our students to be in the same frame of mind and carry working on themselves, because the best project which you're going to work is basically you yourself. So that's how we want all our students, and we give them all these kind of opportunities. There are teams which will talk about verbal abilities. There are teams which will talk about analytic abilities. There are teams which will talk about how you communicate without communicating anything. So that's soft skills for you. How your body communicates, what kind of gestures you should do, what kind of gestures you should not do. So all these kind of inputs will always be given to you. And then we have also understood that a lot of our students are getting inducted into working at different places in the globe as well. So we have started doing a lot of foreign language training as well. So as much as so that we have got now teams which will actually prepare you. JTP is a great bright example. So we thought that we should look at Japan as a location where a lot of our students can be inducted. So we started doing those kind of trainings as well. In fact, we've got a lab, Duolingo lab, where actually you can book a slot and then see for yourself as to what kind of learning you want to do. So these are some more things which we do. So as I have already talked about assessment tests, a lot of the inputs will be credited. A lot of inputs will be deliberately non-credited as well, because we want to test your breaking point as well. So it's very deliberate that a lot of inputs are done on a non-credited basis as well. If at all you have to do great on the D day, then you have to actually practice a lot. So we do a lot of mock drives as well. I did talk about Know Your Company series, which is basically a company specific input which is given to the, and let me tell you, it's role specific input as well. So we talk about the company, we talk about the role as well. Then there are multiple hordes of clubs and activities which the university will give you, because we believe that it's about holistic development, and that's how we have been doing these lot of clubs, and we help our students do a lot of activities beyond the classes as well. I did talk about competitive hackathon, makeathon, breakathon, makeathon kind of events, pitchathon kind of events. So we want all our students to be very aggressive and very conversant of the fact that these can open n number of opportunities for you as well. There are companies which talk about campus ambassadors. So these campus ambassadors are program. Somebody who is still in second year, somebody who is still in third year, so they will be the campus ambassador for these companies, and we'll talk about the kind of roles and the growth that company will bring in for larger student community. I did talk about workshops. There is hardly a day when we don't do a guest lecture or a webinar. We want a lot of our students to work on life projects. So that's how we have been helping with these life projects to students across. The beauty of this place is that you have students graduating from about 30 plus schools, which means that you can then form heterogeneous groups and then put a resolve to a problem. Because subsequently, when you go to your workplaces, you are going to work on heterogeneous groups. Please do understand this. I mean, like-minded people will be there, but then there'll be people for whom success defines little differently. So you'll have to find opportunities where you can work on heterogeneous groups. We try and facilitate industrial visits. There are hordes and hordes of industry tie-ups which we do. All those information are present in my webpage, so you can actually look at our webpage, which is lpu.in, and then see for yourself as to what kind of industry tie-ups we are doing. We want industry to actually help us with the curriculum, help us with the tutors, help us with the which will be given to an interviewer today is your resume. So your resume has to be talking about the data sets which will open healthy conversation. So which means that we'll give a kind of a prototype for a or a background to a student, saying that, hey, this is a background or the backbone of a CV. Then you start putting data on top of it, so that resume becomes your individualistic resume. Because no, we are very appreciative of the fact that and how you are little different from others. So that's how we have been giving all these inputs to our students, and we have been looking the best of the resumes worldwide as well, and we have been drawing inferences so that we can make a resume more strong. Please do understand that at most of the places now, or at some of the places now, so you have to be very careful as to how you build up that resume as well. So that's how we tell our students to be very active on LinkedIn, on all other digital platforms as well. And please be cognizant of the fact that your story cannot be different in Instagram, and it cannot be different on LinkedIn. You have to stay with the same story. So that's how we have been giving these kind of inputs to our students. Very proud of this wall. So we call this to be as wall of fame, which is a place where the placement is. I am at block number 32 in this vibrant campus. So that's how in the second row we have used this hashtag called as hashtag placed. We want all our students to happily share their stories and use this hashtag saying that, hey, this is how I started my journey. This is how I got these kind of inputs from my teachers. This is how I got some kind of input from my teaching learning ecosystem, from the placement cell, and that's how I've been able to make this story for myself, for my parents, for my alum, and for the larger ecosystem as well. So this is, and I'm sure that you'll find a lot of logos, but then we keep on changing these logos over a period of time. With this, I'm going to rest my case, and with a small invite, let's start this journey. We have done this ample time with a lot of students who have graduated earlier. Subsequently, I would like to open up some conversation of our students and how we have actually made these stories for them. So subsequently, in this series, we'll bring some other students as well. They will tell their stories as to what they have done, how they started, where they struggled, how they came back. So that's how, and how the ecosystem helped them. So with this, that's our web page. I've been talking about this web page. So it's a simple drop of lp.in and then click on the tab for placements is where you will see all the stories which I've just talked. If at all you have any uh, uh, personalized questions for me, that's my LinkedIn account. So you can actually click on it. If at all, most of the questions will be solved here. But then if at all you have any question which you want, that's how you can reach out to me, and then I'll try and put a resolve to your question. Our logo, our motto has been think big, and we have been using this hashtag ever since. And we want all our students, whom we call as Vatos, to think big, act bigger, and do big things in their life. With this, let me rest my case. If at all there are any questions, I'll be happy to take them. Madam, all yours now.
Thank you so much, Dr. Theti. So it was wonderful delight for discuss on LPU placement records, record-breaking selections, the 6 mindset for better problem solving, placement services, and many more from Dr. Theti. Can we take questions from our participants, Dr. Theti?
Yeah, let's go
Thanks
ahead.
for giving me a chance to address your question. Now let's start with the first question. Vivek is asking here, what about placements of aerospace engineering in LPU?
So aerospace, we have started working along it. So we are already talking with meaningful companies like Tata Advanced Groups. In fact, we have got 2 selections this year. We are talking with Boeing. We are talking with all these kind of companies wherein they can unlock meaningful kind of an opportunities for our students. Boeing has been doing a lot of hackathons, so we have been giving these kind of inputs to our students, and we are building this story piece on piece. Stay tuned. You will very recently or very shortly hear some great stories coming out of this. But yes, we do understand that this is a very specialized role, so we are trying to work towards it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Next question is how to choose a recruiting company.
Wow, that's a good question. I've been telling all the students to start on a fresh piece of paper to answer this question. So what you have to do is that you have to take a piece of paper, write down the kind of roles you're looking at, then look at the companies which are offering these kind of roles for you, then understand their career pages as to what kind of opportunities are live right now. Let's say that if you're interested for SD, SWE kind of roles, where are these roles coming from? Or if you're interested in fintech, where are the companies which are offering these kind of roles? Or if you're looking for a COS kind of a role, what are the new companies which are giving these kind of roles? So you need to understand this and then keep populating that paper. So once you keep populating that paper then becomes slowly, after many iterations, it becomes your resume. Once you're ready with the resume, I think it's self-explanatory. You can take our help. It's a digital world, and then you can go ahead and do a meaningful career for yourself.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. The next question is from Megha. What are the key steps involved in navigating the placement journey successfully?
Start with yourself first. I mean, start internally. So understand that you yourself is a project. Look at that way. So if at all you are working on this project with all the data sets embedded on top of it, because see, success for all of us has different meaning. I mean, success for me would be doing a meaningful role. Success for somebody else will be doing CTC. Success for somebody else will be starting with a marquee company, or success for somebody else will be starting with a startup. So you'll have to first internalize the entire thing, saying that, hey, what is the definition of success for me? Once you are ready with this, there are multiple opportunities which the university will give you, such that then you can cook that story really, really well. I mean, I just said that it's not a 100-meter sprint. It's basically a journey. So you'll have, and the journey will keep testing you. There are hordes of our students. I met a couple of students couple of days back, and they would have set for about 30-40 companies, and they were not able to crack it, even a company of 4 lakh rupees. But then today she has an offer about 45 lakh rupees, which means that this journey will keep testing you. The idea is that how you draw energy, what are the sources you will draw energy from, and then come keeping back. That's the trick, correct? So I'll give you some hints here. A, work on your soft skills. Again, I'm saying soft skill is not English. Please don't take them to be synonymous. It's just a small subset of what a soft skill is. Work on your gestures, understand different cultures, understand the roles, understand the companies. Put all these data sets very rigorously. Put a thread, weave a story, put that story into the resume. You are ready. We'll take care of everything else after that.
Thank you so much, Sir Piyush is asking here, any possibility to get a fresher software engineering role if currently in third year, not an internship? As I saw many roles recruiting 0 years experience on LinkedIn, etc.
Yeah, obviously, because third year is a time to invest on yourself. See, second year and third year is very, very crucial. That's how you'll keep on working on a lot of data sets which are meaningful data sets, because first year is basically where you understand the ecosystem, isn't it? If I'm talking about a 4-year course here. So third year is super critical. Uh, we will do a internship, a kind of an opportunity for you, because there are a lot of companies which are saying that, hey, we're not going to give you the full time directly. We will give you the full time at par with what we are giving to others elsewhere in the globe as well. But then we'll navigate through this internship module as well, only. So second year, third year, my sincere suggestion is that you should work on your resume, and then be excited, be inquisitive. um, towards the end of third year 3-2, we'll start bringing a lot of companies. So see what kind of roles we have been doing. Talk to a lot of your seniors, what kind of opportunities are coming in, and please do understand that if any company is coming inside the campus, we have double checked the kind of role. We are very, very sure that this role will make meaning to our students. That's how the company is inside the campus.
Thank you so much, Dr. Theti. Vivek is asking, what are the main subsets we have to improve for our placements?
Main subsets, I've already said this. So work on yourself, be inquisitive, again work on yourself, again be inquisitive, and then have faith.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That Rome was not built in one day.
Yeah, I can surely say this. The Gaganpreet is asking here, what are the benefits of seeking guidance and mentorship throughout the placement journey?
That's very critical. You can ask any of our students. That's super critical, because that will help you. I'll give an example. Yeah, so there are a lot of open forums where these companies are putting a lot of opportunities, meaningful opportunities. But then if you are doing a little bit of a mentorship from the company side, from the trainers who are coming to train you, from the teachers who are teaching you, from the placement cell, or from any of your peers for whom you see growth, or for whom you synonymous growth to, they'll be actually help you to give you the last leg. And please do understand that the last leg is very, very important. I hope all of you know the Pareto role. So last 20% will decide on where you are, and what kind of start you are getting into. So the last 20% is where the trick lies. So obviously mentorship plays a very, very critical role. And then, as I said, we have been doing this for hordes of our students, and we are equally keen, happy, elated to do it for all of you as well.
Thank you so much, Dr. Harpal Theti. I hope all the participants got the answers from our experts. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding their admissions. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, and can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a nice day.
Thank you.